It is cheating. I'm trying to help you, Miranda said, confounded by her daughter's reluctance to endorse her deceitful yet sensible plan. Just trust me. It'll work. The warm purr of a lawnmower sputtered to life in the distance. Miranda laid on the horn again, inciting a dirty look from a portly neighbor on a rascal using a grabber to jerk obscenely large underwear from a clothesline. "Hey there, Emma," Miranda waved, then honked again. "Mom, hurry up! We're late!" she honked again. "I'm gonna leave these boys on the porch if you don't get out here!" Drumming her fingers on the steering wheel, Miranda saw her old, battered swing set, slouching like an elderly nanny in the corner of the yard. Her father, Roger, had built it from found materials when Miranda was 5. It quickly became Miranda's second home and her only needed source of entertainment. There were 2 swings, a tube slide, a rope bridge, a pole to slide down, and a set of monkey bars. The design made it versatile enough to be whatever her imagination wanted it to be. When she wanted to be a princess, it was a castle. When she wanted to be a pirate princess, it was a pirate ship. When she wanted to be Princess Leia, it was the Millennium Falcon. Now, weather-beaten and rusted through, it was a monument to tetanus. Her boys loved it. Finally, Miranda's mother, Joanne, unlatched the screen door and waved. "Jesus, it's about time," Miranda said under her breath. The sliding door of the minivan moaned and sputtered open like a huge mouth, deciding whether or not it wanted to vomit. It was the boys' cue to get out. "Listen to Grandma," Miranda yelled at their backs as they ran toward the house. "I'll see you Sunday," and then added, "Wish your sister and me good luck." "Hang on," Joanne yelled as she laboriously inched her way down the worn wooden steps of the screened-in back patio. Miranda felt the increasingly frequent anxiety of a blown schedule and rubbed Brixton for comfort. "Come on, damn it," Miranda said quietly, cursing the woman who gave her life. "I don't have time for this crap right now." She turned to Bailey. "I love your grandmother very much." Joanne's knees were swollen from arthritis and stiff from the rain that would start in about 4 hours. Her left meniscus had ground to powder, leaving her bones to rub against one another like a mortar and pestle. Sometimes they would vibrate on contact, and Joanne could feel her soul shudder, that nails on a chalkboard feeling emanating from deep inside her being. Wearing her best smile and third-best housecoat, Joanne finally made her way to the minivan and leaned in the window. "You off? We're late. Heading to Knoxville." "Okay." Joanne nodded knowingly several times. "In Tennessee? Is there another one?" "I don't know. Probably." She put her hand on Miranda's belly. "Hello, sweetie." Miranda put the minivan in reverse. "We need to go, Mom." "What time should I put the boys to bed?" "Just let them fall asleep in front of the TV. Ray should be by around 10 to pick them up." "Okay, then." Joanne waved to Bailey and smiled. "Hey, hon, you gonna win this weekend?" Bailey looked up from her iPod, smiled at her grandmother, and gestured toward her mother. "Mom thinks so." "Good. Good for you." Joanne smiled. Miranda blushed and let her foot off the brake a little. The car creeped backward. "Mom, we really need to go." "Okay, well, y'all have a nice time. Be careful." She called into her granddaughter. "Bring back a crown, sweetheart, or just have fun. Remember, you don't have to win to have fun." Miranda slammed on the brakes and shot her mother a look of grave disappointment. "Damn it, Mom, we talked about this." That was exactly the kind of so-called encouragement that had forced Miranda to ban Joanne from being a pageant chaperone. For some reason, Joanne just could not get her mind around what was at stake, and trying to explain it to her was like trying to explain a card trick to a cat. She would never understand. Few did. Pageants were like wars, expensive, cruel, and necessary. Casualties were inevitable, and Bailey needed a warrior's motivation to foster not only survival, but victory. To Joanne, it was all about having fun, looking pretty,